Shri Gurave Namaha. In my first class, which was an introduction to Rasopasana, I explained you how Rasopasana is done. We understood that Rasa means the relish of love. And we try to relish that love in the Upasana. And I also told you that we don't have love for Sri Krishna. Because we are rooted in the body, we have love for all our relatives, family, friends, father, mother, and we relish that love. But we are not connected to Sri Krishna. Why are we not connected to Sri Krishna? Because just as this body is connected to our family, friends, Atma is connected to Sri Krishna. Atma is an Amsha of Sri Krishna. And we are identifying ourselves with the body. So that is why we have love for all our bodily connections. Since we are not identifying ourselves with the Atma, we have no connection with Sri Krishna and we have no love for Sri Krishna. Then I told you that how we can get that love. By singing the glories of Sri Krishna through his names. The word Sri Krishna, Shama, Sham and Vrindavan have meaning also and it has emotion also. And how do we get that emotion from the name? By extracting the meaning of love through our intellect. And this meaning of love gets transformed into emotion in the heart, which we relish. This is what I told you in the last class. So I will try to elaborate this a bit because this is a new concept for you all. Some amount of detailed analysis is required. You see, when we watch a movie, in the movie they show the love between mother and son, husband and wife, lover and beloved, two brothers, friends. And when they show that love, we get very emotional. Somebody else is expressing his love for his brother or sister or mother, but we are getting emotional. I give you an example. When I was young, we were all fans of Amitabh Bachchan, and there was a film called Diwar. In Diwar, there is a dialogue between two brothers, Amitabh Bachchan and his brother Shashi Kapoor. So Amitabh Bachchan says that, what have you achieved by becoming a police officer? You see, I have name, I have wealth, I have power, connections and all those things. What do you have? To that Shashi Kapoor replies, I have mother. And the moment he says this line, the whole audience across the country is stunned. They are filled with emotion. Now why, when he is uttering the word mother, I have mother, why is it the audience getting emotional? Because every audience has a lot of meanings to this word mother. They know all the great qualities of their mother, how they sacrifice, how the mother sacrifices for the child, and how the mother brings up the child by giving up her personal desires, and she goes through all the trouble. So many meanings are there. So all those meanings work in the subconscious, and then they evoke the emotion which is there in our emotional memory. I give another example to demonstrate this. If you watch the reality shows of music and dance, sometimes they are performing dance on a song or singing a song in which the relationship between mother and son is shown, or the relationship between father and son is explained in that. And when the singers are singing or the dancers are dancing, everybody in the audience, the judges, the audience, and even the people who are watching the TV become very emotional. And then usually what they do is that in such shows where mother or father is the subject, they call a poet writer called Manoj Muntashir, and before the song is sung on mother or a father, he gives a detailed description of what is a mother, what is father through his poetry. So when they are singing this song, all the meanings of the sacrifices of our parents come into work on our subconscious, right? And which is what Manoj Muntashir is explaining. Manoj Muntashir is explaining what is mother, what is father, what are the great qualities of love, how they express their love for their children by giving up their own personal desires. They only live for their children, and they always dream about the success of their children. So he is describing all the qualities of the mother, and then these singers are singing or the dancers are dancing. So you see, which Manoj Muntashir is describing the qualities of mother, it is producing emotion in us. When he is singing, it is producing emotion in us. So there is a connection between the word mother and all the meanings that the poet is describing and the emotion, right? So if we have connection with anybody and we love them because of their qualities, how they love us. And all those meanings come out in the unconscious the moment we remember that person, and his picture also comes in front of us, and then the emotion comes out, and then we release that emotion. So I gave this example to show you the connection between the word, meaning, and the emotion. But in our case, when we are trying to release the love of Sri Krishna, we don't have any connection with Sri Krishna. So now we have to cultivate that emotion. We have a natural love for our mother, father, because we have experiences with them. We see them every day, and we see them showering their love on us every day. But we don't have such experience with the Lord, with Sri Krishna or Radharani. So now, how do we cultivate that love? I told you that by extracting the meanings of love from the words Shyama, Shyam, or Banwari, or Radharani, Kishori, Brindavan, Vihari. When we are doing this kirtan, we try to extract those meanings of love from those words, and then they get transformed into emotion for us. It's very natural because the nature of consciousness is to love. So when we identify ourselves as Atma and as part of Sri Krishna, and then do this upasana the way I am explaining you, then automatically when you extract the meaning gets converted into the emotions. Now, even though the meaning is explained in these words, where are we seeing that meaning? So the kirtans themselves describe the love which is taking place between Sri Krishna and his parikaras, who live with him in the spiritual world. Spiritual world, as I told you, Vrindavan is a place of love, where Sri Krishna is relishing his love for Radharani. Radharani is giving love to Sri Krishna, and then he is relishing that love, and he is showering that to the other devotees, Mother Yashoda, Nand Baba, Gwal Bal, and gopis, all other parikaras. So these things are also described. The Leelas are described in Kirtans. Kirtans basically consist of Naam, name, Roop means Sri Krishna's form, which is also filled with love. Gun, Sri Krishna's qualities of love, his compassion and his Akara and Karan, causeless mercy on the devotees. Gun and Leela, his Leelas, where he is showering this love. And Dham means Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the place where this play of love takes place. And Parikar, the devotees who love Sri Krishna. The Parikaras love Sri Krishna and Sri Krishna loves them, and both of them are relishing the love for each other. So all these things are described in the Kirtans by the Rasik Acharyas based on what they see in their meditation. So now when we are singing those Kirtans, when we take the names of the Lord, all these Leelas in which he is showering that love on the devotees, Parikaras, and how Parikaras are receiving that love and then relishing that love, these meanings we meditate on these meanings, and these meanings get converted into emotion. And then when they get converted into emotion, we also start developing a connection with Sri Krishna, and then we start loving him to whatever extent we develop connection with him, and then we relish that love, and this is how Rasopasana takes place. So now enough for this class. In the next class I will, in all the next classes I will take element by element of Rasopasana and explain them in detail, and finally we will all do Rasopasana together. Albeli Sarkar Ki Jai.
Govind Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, Govind Radhe, Govind Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govind, Govind Radhe, Govind Radhe, Are Govind Radhe, Govind Radhe.